Hello everyone, I'm Giulia and I'm here today to talk about APE range. APEs are brand new products we decided to launch onto the market. We all know that COVID-19 has changed our lives and habits, so this may be the right time to adapt your offer to this new period, when respecting the rules is really important. First of all, in today's video, we are going to see the differences between PPE and APE, and we are going in depth into the features of this new range of products. PPE are the now famous personal protective equipment. I'm talking about all those objects and accessories used to protect people and workers in everyday situations. More specifically for COVID-19, we are referring to gloves, face masks, visors, so basically anything that can protect ourselves against the spread of the virus. APE are a brand new and, let's say, innovative range of products conceived to adapt ourselves to all the new rules and norms set by the governments in terms of prevention. APE stands for Automatic Preventive Equipment. These devices can be installed in any working place, for example, banks, bars, restaurants, offices, and public spaces in general, and they actively help the management and the personnel of such places to make people follow the rules set by law. Primary aim of these devices is the support of the dedicated personnel to make people follow the rules by directly and actively interacting with the user. We have all seen that during this period, devices like sensors, thermal cameras, and scanners are becoming more and more popular. However, APEs have a voice and acoustic function that allows a direct and active communication by explaining and pointing out actions that must be performed. For example, wearing your face masks, moving to another place because cleaning is in process, change shift, and so on. A great advantage is that these devices can replace human presence. For example, a person dedicated to manage flow of people at the entrance of a shop or a supermarket. In this way, they become perfect to manage time and resources. But now let's go straight into the products. The products we are presenting today are Plate 19, an optical acoustic warning sign used to automate sanification and prevention processes in all kinds of activities. Vocal C19, a speaking sounder perfect to convey messages in commercial activities. Stop and Go 19, an optical sign used as a traffic light function, so perfect to manage queues and flow of people at the entrance of commercial activities. And Stop and Go 19, an optical device to manage the entrance of people. Last but not least, our plug-and-play display. As you can see, we chose to identify these products with purple color. This to mark the difference between APE products and all the other devices belonging to the fire and intrusion segment. But let's start with the first one. Plate 19 is an optical acoustic warning sign with speech synthesis. It works with 12 volts and it features 8 pre-recorded messages combined with 8 films. We chose to give 8 films as standard to give the installer as much versatility as possible. In this way, the product is perfect for any kind of installation and purpose. Standard films are in English, but you can choose to have both voice messages and films in any language you want. We have here some examples in English we have chosen after studying the current demand. Again, we try to make the product as universal as possible. But let's see them together. Elevated body temperature detected, to be used, for example, in combination with fixed thermal cameras. And then we have cleaning and sanitizing in progress, to be used, for example, in case of hand or automatic sanification, even in case of ozone sanification. Wear face mask, eye protection and gloves. Depending on the country or institution, some of these PPE may be required. Access allowed only wearing face mask, similar as the previous one. Area with personal protective equipment. This specific one could be perfect to be used with our Totem 19, which I will talk about in a minute. And change of shift for working places and factories. Remember to wash your hands to remind people of this basic yet very important action. Technically speaking, plate 19 has a voice part and 6 high luminosity red LEDs with backlight system. It can work both in self-supplied or remotely supplied mode. Voice messages are selectable, so you can choose up to 3 different messages to be combined to 3 separate inputs. Plate 19 can be also connected to thermal cameras or temperature detection systems. For example, at the entrance of a supermarket. In case a high temperature of a customer is detected, the staff is vocally alerted to perform all necessary actions. Now on to Vocal C19. Some of you will recognize the design for sure. It is a vocal siren with a high quality voice board. This makes the voice and the sound very clear to hear. Again, we chose purple color to clearly identify the purpose of the product, but you can have it in white as well. It comes with 6 pre-recorded messages, similar to those of plate 19. It features 3 different inputs, one for alarm sound and the other 2 for voice messages, to be chosen among the 6 pre-recorded ones. Voice messages are customizable by factory thanks to a text-to-speech software, and you can choose any language you want. It also features our famous anti-foam anti-shock device. This is why Vocal C19 can easily replace your standard alarm siren. Stop and Go 19 is an optical sign with a traffic light function. It can be used to manage the flow of people at the entrance of commercial activities, shops, public places, and so on. It comes with 2 different labels, one for vertical mounting and the other one for horizontal mounting. The electronic part has been specifically designed to fulfill its function, having 3 separate sections with 3 different LEDs light, red for stop, orange for wait, and green for go. Inside we placed some sort of shields to isolate the 3 sections and to prevent the propagation of each light on the whole box. This makes the visual signal very clear to understand. But why wait function? This function can be very useful in many situations. For example, a thermal camera detects a high temperature. In this case, Stop and Go 19 tells that person to wait in the same place for someone to check on them. Now let's move on to LED 19. It is a LED light with the traffic light function, with double colored red-green LED light. It can work with 12 or 24 volts. It has a metal cover with serigraphy saying stop and go. Thanks to its elegant yet discreet design, it can be installed in many places, for example outside a shop, to convey the signal of access allowed or not allowed. An important thing to say is that LED 19 is waterproof, so it can be installed directly exposed to bad weather conditions without its functionality being affected at all. Its light can be fixed, so red for stop and green for go, but it can also be set to flashing. You just need to cut a resistance on board. Last product of our APE range is Totem 19. Totem 19 is made of painted metal. It comes with an attachment for hand sanitizer and a glove tray as optional. It also has a box hidden between the 2 metal sheets, where you will find a 1.5 amp power supply and a 5 meter 220 volt headed cable. Upon request and by factory, we can install any device of the APE range you want. For example, in this case, plate 19. When you receive Totem 19, you just need to power it with the 220 volts and Totem 19 is ready to use, a proper plug-and-play solution. Together with APE Products, today I'd like to talk to you about another product of our range, BomaW 20 channels W and its accessories that can be used with any device of the COVID range. For those of you who don't know the product, BomaW 20 channels is a two-way 868 MHz receiver. It can work with 12 or 24 volts. It has 4 outputs, 2 relays and 2 open collectors that can be easily set through 3 buttons and 2 7-segment displays placed on board. It can be paired with up to 20 devices of its range, that is, the IR infrared sensor, the magnetic contact, and the 2-way remote control. BomaW is a bidirectional remote control, both optically and acoustically. For example, I want to install a stop and go outside my shop. Then I place a BomaW receiver inside it. I can choose to pair 3 of the buttons of BomaW to say stop, wait and go, so that I can control the flow of people directly from inside my shop. But you can also use BomaW. BomaW is a magnetic contact with a magnetic reed on board. It features an input that we call SWAL, able to manage alarm and temper inputs, so that it can work when a door opens. Let's make an example. I have a plate 19 mounted outside my business, a shop or a restaurant. I can install a BomaW on my door, so that when a customer opens that door, the BomaW sends a message to the receiver, so to the plate, to activate a voice message. For example, remember to sanitize your hands, or any other message that is needed at the entrance of that shop. In this way, I can easily communicate to my customers without needing a person to control the whole process. In the same way, FaraW is a passive infrared detector. For example, it can be installed and set in a public toilet, so that when it detects a person, it sends a message to the receiver placed inside plate 19. To sum up things, all of these products can be mixed and matched to face any request. For example, in a shopping center, plate 19 can be installed to remind the employees to do or not to do something, while LED 19 can be installed at the entrance to manage the flow of people. Venitem tried to face a demand that is now becoming global, with a comprehensive range of products that combine nice aesthetic and advanced functionality, 2 features that are very hard to find today in the market. APE range is very versatile and it can be easily adapted to any local directive set by the governments. For any information regarding sales, distributors and prices, you can reach us by email at info@venitem.com. I hope you liked today's video and I will talk to you soon. Bye!